Welcome. Great, beautiful, blessed Monday afternoon. Here it is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Georgia. And it is St. Patrick's Day. All right. I should be live everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I should be on Facebook. I should be on Instagram. And I should be on YouTube and Tickety Tockety. I haven't been on Tickety Tockety in a hot minute, y'all. Please let me know. Actually, am I live on TikTok? Instagram. Now I am. Ta-da! Hi. But if you don't know who I am, which is that's valid. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tenille Stewart, and I help people who've been diagnosed with lupus go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. Here I am. There you are. Hey, Britt. Yes, we are live on the YouTubes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. What y'all doing for St. Patrick's Day? I'm just wearing green. That's the extent of it. I'm still doing my regular work day, but it's going to be a great day. So today, oh goodness, I really want to share my stream with somebody who asked me to share it with them, but now I'm doing stuff and it's hard to do that, right? Right. Okay. So I'm just going to share my page. God bless. So today's topic is identity. And it really ruined me when I heard this woman that I follow who has lupus. I'm going to share my live on YouTube. You'll share. You guys share, because I am lost and confused as to how I do this right now. So there's that. A woman that I follow on YouTube, on Instagram, made a video that said she doesn't feel like she has an identity or a purpose, because she's just been focused on being sick for so long that she doesn't even understand like how to be anything else. She's like, everyone else has a job or or children or a spouse, and I don't have that, so I don't have an identity. And that I wanted to, maybe I'll talk to her and see if she wants to be tagged, but I wanted to reach through my phone and shake this woman, because there is nowhere on this planet that those should be the only things that make you worth something, that you can identify yourself with. You were born a whole entire miracle, and it is disrespectful to believe. And like, I say that knowing that I'm a human being and I've fallen into that trap as well. Occasionally, it's disrespectful to not recognize that your purpose has nothing to do with your career, has nothing to do with how many people you birth. Although I do think some people were like born to birth. You see those people who have like 17 children and counting? That is aggressive. And I am not that. That is not me. I do not understand it. But yeah, I'm going to take it real quick. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. So I'm going to take you guys real quick into a couple Bible verses, because I'm a God girl. Like, I will never push my faith on anyone. I do focus on making sure my life works through God. Like, God first, everything else after. Because at the end of my life, I'm not going to be explaining to Tom, Dick, and Harry, like, my decisions. I'll be explaining them to God. And that's how I let my life work. So if you like Google, identity in the Bible, Genesis 1:27. Created in his image. So if you are not perfect, then you're saying that God is not perfect. And that's impossible. Like, if you are a believer, you might not be a believer. You might not get it. If you don't get it, that's fine. But the people who get it, right? If you know, you know. You're created in his image. So you are a perfect being, born that way, created that way. Psalm, I know it's not that, but that's how I've always said it. Psalm 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Fearfully and wonderfully. Okay? If ever, hey Diana, if ever you doubt yourself, know that you were made in God's image. Know that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. Your body is his temple. So no matter what is wrong, right, with your body, however it is malfunctioning in that moment, however, whatever the blood tests say, whatever they diagnose you with, whatever it is, your body is his temple, and you are never what you do. You are who you are, okay? So biblically, like, if I never said a word, you could look it up. It's in scripture that your identity is not in what you make a year, or, what vacations you went on, whatever. Your identity, when people think of you, they don't really know you if it's the first thing they think of is, well, so-and-so is this job and they make this much a year and bippity boppity boopity. Like, that's not what it is. That is never what it is. And if it is what it is, that's because they are not really your friends. They are not really interested in learning about you. These are things that we just throw around and say to, like, categorize people. Like, oh, so-and-so's a scientist. They're really smart and they do this thing. Boopity bop, boop, boop, boop. But at the core, people who really know you can be like, so-and-so is kind. So-and-so loves to help people. So-and-so is passionate. So, those are the things that really matter and really, really carry you as a human being. To me, that stuff is not gonna, the rest of that stuff is gonna fall away. When you are laying in the casket, no one is going to care about all the rest of that stuff, right? So having a partner and having babies and that kind of stuff, yes, that is a strong component of who you were, right? That's what you're leaving here on the earth. It's not for everybody. It's not in the stars for everybody. It is not, it doesn't make you lesser than or greater than to do those things. That's just a thing that you have done. And I really pray that people aren't putting all of their worth on those things. It's okay to not have those things. It's been perpetuated in the media that you're not doing anything if you don't have those things. It's not true. I'm a passionate human being, and I love so hard, even though I don't have a partner. I love so hard. I am very passionate about my friends and my core group, right? So I'm very fulfilled in that way, right? So if you watching me here with me right now, if you are looking for ways to anchor your identity in something that's not illness, that's not, a tangibly thing, this is the plan. I'm going to give you a plan. This is the plan. So first, I need you to get clarity on what really lights you up. There's a few ways you can do this, right? I'm going to give you a couple of things that you can do to find that clarity. So there's mind mapping. There is, Instagram, are you frozen? Can you see me? It looks frozen to me. Maybe it's not for you. Mind mapping. So I want you to do 2 writing exercises. If you were really looking for your identity, your purpose, write down what a perfect day would look like to you, right? So you woke up in the morning. What does your bed look like? How does it smell in the room? Like, what are you getting up to do? What time is it? Like, write down exactly how it would be for you in that day, okay? And make it perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything, like, use every sense and write it all down on paper. Write it all down. Get really clear about what you want out of your life and the type of human being that you want to be known as. Write yourself a eulogy. Write yourself, write it all out, like exactly the type of person that you want to be, and see if you are being that person. See if, you know, what it is that really lights you up. Like, even if you're not being all those things, look at those qualities of that person. Okay. Are you being that person? Is that really you? Is there something else that you could do to become that person? That kind of stuff. You need it to be so crystal clear. It needs to be your identity. You know, like all the I am statements that I make in my affirmations, when I am saying them in that moment, even if I'm crying, even if I had the worst day of my life, when I'm doing my affirmations, I'm believing myself. I'm telling myself, like, girl, we're locked in right here, eye to eye. This is what you are. God says this is what you are. I'm saying this is what you are, and I'm feeling it. Sometimes I get chills because I honestly, like, it doesn't matter about any other moment of the day. In that moment, that is who I am. And I want that for everyone. Like, you have to believe from head to toes that this is what I am right now. I am beautiful. I am kind. I'm a lupus warrior. That's a part of me. It is not my whole identity. I don't think that's the first thing anybody thinks of when they think of me, unless this is the only time they've seen whatever. This help, let's see our best selves exist already, because they really do exist already. Yes, Karen. Yes, Karen. It's like, if you can imagine and really feel through it, imagine it being real. It's real. It is real. There's nothing. If people are crazy, you know, like, oh, they're crazy, right? They are living in that reality. My grandmother, Lord forbid, my grandmother has dementia right now. And she genuinely believes the things she's saying, even though we don't see any of that, right? But to her, it's really real. And there's nobody in this world who could tell her differently. So that's how you need to program your brain. Have clarity in it. I get clarity not only from myself in my affirmations, I also get clarity from my community. Get you a community. Get you a community that's going to push the positivity on you, the self-worth on you, even when you can't see it yourself. When it is dark, you have somebody to call that is, you know, they don't have to be related to you. They don't have to be like, you know, somebody that you can call, that you can be like, this is where I'm at right now. And for them to redirect you to, you know, a better place, a new place, clarity and community. So clarity and community, two things you can do to find your identity. Then self-esteem. Those two things, clarity and community, those two things are very tied to self-esteem. If you don't know who you are, you don't know whose you are, you don't have any evidence saying that those things are true, how you don't really believe it, you know? Like, I was watching this morning an interview with Serena or Venus Williams when they were little, it was a little girl. And the interviewer was trying to break this little girl down. She couldn't have been, she was like maybe in the double digits, like 11 or something. And this interviewer was like asking her the same question over and over, trying to get her like, oh, you seem so confident. Why are you so confident? How do you know you're going to win? Da, da, da. And then her father had to get into the frame and be like, stop trying to tell my child that she's not everything that she says she is, because she is correct. Like, let her believe in herself. And that is the type of energy that I'm accepting through 2025 and the rest of my life. That is what I want for you. I want you to surround yourself with people who, even when you are under attack by a doctor, by a stranger on the internet, by a family member, they're going to tell you to tell yourself that's not it. However you started believing in yourself, that's how it is. That is the community that I'm building for all of my chronic illness babes. Like, we're doing it. We're doing it big. And I will announce the date for my next masterclass because, woo, the community. Like, we're not playing small around here. I have chills again. I'm not letting anybody that's around me think about themselves in any kind of way besides beautiful. And that's just what it is. So, 2 last things that will help with identity. Mindfulness. You don't realize that you are not connected to your body and your spirit because you are making yourself too busy. You are not taking a moment to sit in silence in your day. If you wake up and just hit the ground running and never give yourself time to have time for yourself, you are not, hey, I knew it, RL Wellness, get yourself on her schedule. Get yourself in one of her classes. If you do not give yourself a moment for mindfulness, meditate, pray, yoga, all the things, like, if you don't have 5 minutes to do for yourself to connect with your body, then you don't have a life. You do not have a life. This is the one life we get to live here on this planet, okay? And if you don't make it yourself the most important thing, then you have no life. This is a gift that we are here. It is a gift that we are here. There's not a reason that you shouldn't be able to take at least 5 minutes to connect with yourself. Because once you realize, like, I'm safe here in this body, even sick, even in a hospital bed, I'm safe here in this body. This is all happening for me, not to me. Like, my lifespan is not determined by numbers in a computer, a medical doctor. Like, I am so much more than my body is giving me credit for right now. Like, my spirit is beautiful. All these things. Just give yourself a chance to grasp those things and don't busy your mind with all kinds of stuff, especially social media. Especially. Like, I know that I'm streaming on social media. You're seeing me on social media right now. Social media is not always real. Like, I'm speaking facts right now. The social media is not always real. These people with perfect bodies and perfect lives and perfect health and all the things, they're struggling as well. The human condition, okay? We are all in something, about to get into something, or just came out of something, okay? Life is just not meant to be easy. You don't build muscle by looking at the weights, scrolling the weights. You build muscle by building muscle, pumping the iron. Your muscles will tear. You will be sore. You have to refuel. You have to rest. The human experience, the whole body is the same thing. You have to take care of yourself in all of those ways in order for you to build to be the person that you want to be, right? So that is all in also your mind. You are mentally lifting these weights. You are mentally, doing these reps. You mentally need to rest. You mentally need to nourish. So if you are going to be on social media and you are going to, let these things infiltrate your mind, let it be good stuff. Have you signed up for a masterclass? Have you been on one of my masterclasses? Have you, are you following me on all the things? I'm not going to feed you trash. Find people that inspire you that are not feeding you trash. So, mindfulness. And then last, gratitude. Gratitude. I cannot say enough. about gratitude. My identity, I'm so grateful for. I'm a I'm a grateful human, and I just exist in that way. Like this, this is how grateful I am, and it's ridiculous because nurses and stuff, nurses in the hospital were like, girl, like what?" Like, because I'm like, I'm grateful to feel this pain. I could be in a comatose state that I can't feel anything and not know what's going on. I'm grateful that I'm aware that this is happening to me right now. My nurses literally thought I was crazy. And maybe I am, right? But how long, like anything you appreciates, right? You get more of, right? So not that I was appreciating the pain, I was appreciating being able to feel. So, example, I've used this example before. If you go borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbor every single day. Every day you don't go to the store, you go pick up some sugar and you never say thank you. How much longer do you think that the neighbor is going to give you sugar? I don't know. If I'm your neighbor, I'm locking my door. I'm not home. Like, leave me alone. And that's the same type of entitlement you're doing, you're giving off to God. Like, yes, life is not peaches and cream all the time. And sometimes you're praying so hard when things are bad. You're like, oh Lord, why? This is so terrible. How could this be happening to me? I'm your favorite. And then when things are going great, you don't say nothing. Radio silence. Radio silence. God's like, oh, let me give you some extra awesome stuff and nothing. How long do you think you're gonna get all those great things that you were begging for? Like, and sometimes you're not even noticing the little things that are all blessings. You didn't have to wake up this morning. You didn't have to be here this morning. The breath in your lungs was a gift. So be grateful. I suggest writing down in a gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be a gratitude journal. Just like find a piece of paper, write it down. Every day, write down something you're grateful for. I 1 year, maybe 2 years, I got a shoebox, not shoebox, doesn't matter. A box. And I put every day, at the end of the day, I wrote down a good thing that happened. And when the new year came, I sat and I read all those good things that happened. And oh my goodness, I was just like overcome with gratitude. Like, things happen every day that you should be grateful for, and say it. Say it. I don't know who you talk to, who you pray to, the universe, God. That's not my business. What I do know is we all have a reason to be grateful every day. And that is part of your identity. If you want something, focus on those good things that you want. And if you don't feel like you have an identity besides being sick right now, I'm just here to tell you, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. If you're here, if you're one of my people, you're loving, you're beautiful, you're a great listener. Look at you listening to my podcast. You're a great listener. You're encouraging. These comments are gorgeous. Every week, you boost me up. You are a deep thinker. We talk about deep stuff sometimes here. You're funny. The jokes are joking every week. You are so much more than your illness. It does not define you. It's not a time limit. It's not a curse. It's something that you deserve to get through. You didn't do anything to deserve pain. You're just a human being a human. And human bodies don't always do what, is comfortable. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We are going to be fine. Right now in this moment, I am fine. right now in this moment, you are fine. You can hear my voice. You feel that? You feel this connection? We're okay. So I want to say identity. To find your identity, find clarity through community, a personal vision. Build up your self-esteem through those things. Practice mindfulness and practice gratitude. And I'm certain that you will have an identity bigger and better than you could have ever imagined. And I'm already so proud of you. So have a beautiful Monday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be responsible. I love you so much. Have a great day. Bye.